It's a New Year's Eve parking lot review. Yeah, got off of work a little early. Well, went into work really early this morning, so got off work earlier than normal. Caught an afternoon matinee today, and I guess first, I always forget this part. If you don't know, a parking lot review is exactly what it sounds like. I go in, I see a movie. As soon as it's over, I come out to my car and just give you a quick review. Just very first initial impressions of the movie. Normally, don't have a whole lot of time to do research. That's sort of the point. I did do just a smidge, just a little bit for this one. And I'll explain to you why here in just a moment. Today, I went and saw The Mule. And first thing I noticed about going to The Mule was I was the youngest person in the room. And that hasn't happened in a long time. But I had every single one of these people by at least 15 years. Which was kind of nice. It was nice to be the young whippersnapper in the room again. This is a movie that's going to bring in an older audience. It's going to appeal to an older audience. I'm looking in my rearview mirror because I think this guy behind me wants to go forward, but he can't go through me, so hopefully he's smart enough to back up. Anyway, all that aside, it's going to appeal to an older audience. It's a Clint Eastwood movie, which is going to draw in an older audience at this point anyway. It's about an old man who becomes a drug mule for the Mexican cartel. And it's really, really good. Yeah, and the viewing experience was good. I really enjoyed that. And there he goes. And that is one heck of a truck that guy's driving. Anyway, the experience of seeing the movie was really good with all the senior citizens around because no one talked. No one tried to sneakily check a message on their phone, even though there's no other lights on in the room, so it's the brightest thing, so everyone notices it when you try to do that, so stop. They loved the movie. There were a lot of jokes about, this younger generation on their phones, as I just complained about. Boy, they ate that up. All that sort of stuff. Clint Eastwood, a lot of jokes, him being a crotchety old man, and they loved it. And I'm talking a lot about what the audience thought. My thoughts, it's a good movie. It really is. The beautiful thing about a movie like this is Clint Eastwood, he knows, at least he seems to know exactly what he is. He doesn't try to be the romantic lead, and he doesn't try to be the badass action superstar anymore. He's an 88-year-old man, and that's what I looked up, because I would not have guessed 88. I would have put him probably right around 80, not pushing 90. But that's what he is. He's an 88-year-old man, and that's the role that he plays here. And it works. It's great. He's great in that role because that's what he is. The cast is fantastic, as tend to be in Clint Eastwood films. He did direct this. It stars Bradley Cooper also, Lawrence Fishburne. Who else? Diane Wiest is in it. Andy Garcia. Always glad to see Andy Garcia in something. It's a great cast. It's really a great story. A thing about these movies, when I watch these movies about the guys who I don't know, they have to, but they turn to a life of crime. One of the big questions that always comes up to me at the end as I'm watching the movie is, do I feel sorry for this person? There's a movie that everybody loves. Well, not everybody. Everybody's maybe a stretch. But a lot of people love, called Blow. That stars Johnny Depp. You probably know it. And I just don't like that movie. And when people ask me why, the answer is always the same. I don't feel sorry for the guy, and the movie tries to make me feel sorry for him. At the end, talking about how he hasn't seen his daughter and he went to prison and all that, blah, 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 blah. You don't want to go to prison. You want to see your kids. Maybe you don't become a coke dealer. And there's a little bit of that in this. I think it does try to make you feel kind of sorry for this guy and the situation he's got in, but you kind of do in a way. He's an older guy, and he had a business, and the internet sort of forced him out of business, and this opportunity arose, and it's slightly different in that way. It's a well-told story. It does focus on the family aspect a lot, about how important family is. That's one of the main themes in the film, but if not the main theme. And they really, really beat you over the head with it, and that got a little old, I will admit. But other than that, top-notch movie. Clint Eastwood still making great films at 88 years old. Can't believe it. And that is the parking lot review for The Mule.